Darren, look, it's been a long time since you've been here. Can you describe the emotional feelings you felt when you got your hand raised victory?
You know what, I'm not an emotional person, but like, I nearly come to a tear. And just like, I've been 2 years out, and it's not only the stress of not fighting, I've had a lot of personal, and I'm not one to like go, oh, I've got personal problems, but I have had. But I don't sit there and cry, and you know, just to come back and just have that feeling. I've dedicated my whole life to this, do you know what I mean? And so like, that's it basically. I got the win, and you know, I'm back now, and I'm back to stay. I'm coming through it. I'm coming for everyone.
Can you give some insight into what's been going on?
Yeah, of course. I got nothing to hide. Like, you know, obviously I lived in Brazil. I had my camp over there, and I've always had my camp in England with my master Colin Heron, and obviously my master Marcelo Brigadeiro. But like, you know, I went through a time where I split up with my girlfriend, who's the mother of my child. So you know, we had our own place together. So finding another place, and you know, the UFC, they're great towards me, but they don't pay a monthly wage, and I basically live off fighting. So you know, I had to worry about money problems, and if it wasn't for me last fight about winning the bonus, you know, things would have been tougher. And you know, I wanted to bring my camp back to England, you know, with my master Colin, to work more on my striking and evolve a few techniques. So just basically everything rolled up into 2 years. You know, shoulder surgery, I had to find 3 different surgeons to make sure my shoulder was 100%. So you know, all that, I'm not sitting here crying, but that's what I've had to go through. So now tonight to get the win again and stay undefeated, and I'm the best welterweight in the world, is phenomenal.
So considering those problems that you had, both financially and then physically and then like emotionally, did you feel any kind of ring rust, or did anything feel different getting back in there?
Yeah, like I've got a lot of fighting experience, even though for my age I've been fighting since I was 12, and I've been fighting in the streets when I was a kid as well. So, but Jessen's a good fighter, you know, hats off to him, but he was hitting me with some shots what I shouldn't be getting hit with, because you know, I feel like I'm an elite striker. But you know, that's what happens. And I felt like the first round, even though my coach Conley said lay off him a bit, I just felt like a few things here and there. But I think towards the second and the third round, I found me timing with him. Like, I was moving out of shots and he wasn't able to find me, you know what I mean? And I like getting hit as well, so I let him hit me a bit, you know.
What happened with the weight cut situation?
It's just, I've always done my weight cut in a certain way. You know, I'm known by the UFC. I've took a fight on 9 days for the UFC, and I've made the welterweight division. You know, I've never ever missed weight. I'm a professional. I do everything professionally. But I think I'm 99% sure, because of me long 2 year stretch out, my body was just went into shock mode on them last few pounds, because I was doing everything the way I do it. And the last few pounds, I'm sitting there in a bath and a sauna, and I'm not sweating, and you know, I wasn't completely exhausted. I was, you know, I was in a bit of a state, but they just weren't shifting, and I put it down to having such a long layoff. So right now, I was a little bit heavy a few weeks ago. Next time when I fight, I'm gonna get my weight a little bit lower, just so none of this problem comes again. I know people, you know, I'm just gonna take the shit what everyone's gonna give me, because that's how fighting is, you know. People miss weight, but I don't like it. But you know, I missed weight. You know, what can I do? I've give Jessen 30% of me pay. He can have it. You know, fair's fair. And I had to weigh in at 85 kilos today at 1 o'clock, so I did that as well. So, you know, after I missed weight, I came through all the right regulations, and you know, what can I say? You know, everyone who wants to give me shit on Twitter, you know, go on, give me shit.
Overall though, just you know, despite from a little bit of ring rust and getting hit more, how did you feel about your performance in general and about the results?
I felt like my performance was great. I felt there was loads of mistakes. Next week I'll be sitting down with me coach Colin, and I'll be FaceTiming me master in Brazil, Brig. But yeah, I felt like the fans, you know, it was the second fight of the night. Usually fans, they're all waiting for the main event, they're all waiting for the co-main. They were on the feet when I was, you know, second round, I was cheering them on, they were on the feet, they were screaming for me. The first round, it was a bit stale, which was our game plan, but I felt like I showed the UFC who the king is, who's the new prospect on the block. That's what I felt like.
And who does the new prospect on the block like getting back into the cage with next time?
I'm not bothered. I feel like I'm at a point in my career now where I don't, you know, name calling, I'm not really at that stage, you know. I feel like when I start breaking into the top 15, then I'll start calling out people. But right now, it's just about knocking all the other pros. Jessen's on a 7-fight win streak, meant to be the best prospect in Europe, you know, and I've just played with him for 3 rounds, so, you know, who's the next prospect, I'll just knock him off the block as well, because I'm the king.
Do you care where you fight? You prefer Europe or anywhere else?
No, I can fight anywhere. I can fight in the back garden if the UFC want to do a show there, sell some tickets. No, I don't care. I've fought in Brazil. Brazil where they're saying, you know, uva more here, you know, you're gonna die. I don't care. I'm a fighter. I come from the fighting streets. You know, I'm a gangster.
And there's a Glasgow card coming up as well, and Rotterdam is
yeah. I was speaking to my coach about Rotterdam because you got Thailand. I feel like you've got Thailand, England, and Amsterdam. I feel like they're the top, you know, and a few other Europe. I feel like they're the top striking countries in the world. That's what I feel like. So if I was to go to Rotterdam and showcase some striking skills there, I feel like that's the perfect, you know, that's good for me to do that. But Glasgow maybe is a bit close. You know what? I've been training really hard. Like the weight cut could have fucked me up a bit. With regards to cardio and that, I got through them 3 rounds, then I breezed through them just because of how hard I've been training in the gym with my coach Colin. It's a nightmare. So right now, Glasgow, no, I'll be going to watch it, but maybe Rotterdam, yeah, because I've got no injuries. You know, I'm fine. I'll be back in the gym next week training hard. I go to Mackey's tonight though.
It's amazing to see you guys speak in Portuguese. Just going to give us I know you mentioned it to Dan in the octagon. Just give us a full translation as to what you said there.
There's 2 things. I was playing this out the whole week of this week in the UFC in the Hilton and that, and I've been playing it out to my mind while I've been jogging on the streets of Liverpool for the past few weeks. I wanted to. My dream was to win this fight now and get on the mic and say hello to my daughter who hasn't seen me in, you know, 6 months, and say hello to the mother of, you know, my ex-girlfriend Jessie, who's the best mother in the world. And there was another thing that I said. There was about, you know, when I was fighting, when I got to the UFC and I had 2 fights and everyone was saying, oh, this is the new prospect, and I had my shoulder surgery and people weren't seeing me train, people were seeing me out of shape, you know, and it was a long time like being inactive. A lot of people, mainly in Brazil, didn't really believe in me comeback, like, and I know who them people are, you know. So I just basically said to them, like, you know, just suck it. I know you didn't believe in me comeback, so just suck it. It translates weird into Brazilian, but that's what I said to them. So I hope they were watching. You know, no hard feelings, but that's what I want. I just wanted to express myself. Is that okay? Yeah. Thank you very much for your time.